Yo, yo. What's happening, people? What's happening, people? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. It's another loss for Arsenal. So the big question remains, is it Arteta in or is it Arteta out? Let's get into it. Back again with another loss for Arsenal. Guys, before we start this video, please, those of you that are watching, make sure you give it a like. And if you're new around here, please subscribe to Neat Sports. Straight into it then. Arsenal lose again at home, this time to Burnley. Well, where do we even go from here? Where do we go from here? Get in the comments. I want people to know. I actually want people to if the Arsenal fans in there, let me know what you think. Do you think Arteta is the man to get us through this mess, or do you think it's time we change up? We'll get into discussion now. I want to know from now. Yeah, get commenting. Let me know. Do you think Arteta is the man to take Arsenal forward, or do you think his time at Arsenal is done? Things are not looking good. Sitting in 15th place in the league. Luckily, we ain't dropped any further. But another loss for Arsenal today. Um, Listen, after that first half, I didn't even want to watch the second half. But because I'm a fan, I still tuned in to see what happened. I still had a little nose to see if Arsenal would produce anything, see if they would come out the woodwork with a win or maybe a draw or maybe some heart at the end of the game. So I sat there and I struggled my whole brain to try and think about um whether or not we were good enough to win that game. And yeah, we were awful. It was absolutely terrible from start to finish. Yes, we created chances this game. Yes, we had. I think this is the most chances we've created without winning a game under our. I think we had like 18 chances in the game to score, whether it was half chances, whether it was good chances, or whether it was um yeah, completely horrible chances. But we're here. We're live. And yeah, as I said, let me know what you think about the game yourselves. Before we get on to Arteta, in terms of the game, um, as you see there in the bottom of the screen running down, I predicted that we would win 2-0. We lost 1-0 at home. And the reason why I predicted that we'd win 2-0 was because it's Burnley, really. Burnley at home isn't a game we normally lose, ever. Under Wenger, under Emery, even under Arteta, we don't lose to Burnley. But confidence is at an all-time low, probably the lowest I've ever seen in some of these players ever at Arsenal, and I've been a fan for a good little while now. Um, so I've seen the ups and I've seen the downs, and I've never seen a team this low on confidence. Yes, you could argue if I do feel like if we got the goal first, we probably would have gone on to win the game. Whether it would have been convincing or not is neither here nor there, because we didn't get it anyway. But the longer the game went on, the longer you just felt frustration was starting to boil, and we were going to lose the game. Um, Granit Xhaka, there's no excuses. The same thing with Pepe a few weeks ago. There's no excuses for these men to lose their heads. It's 0-0 in the game. Same thing with Pepe. You're not losing the game. Why are you getting frustrated because you caused a foul and then what a man trips you over or whatever and you want to grab a man in his neck? What's the point? What do you think grabbing a man in the neck is actually going to do for your career? What do you think that's going to do? There's VAR. There's cameras watching you 24/7. This isn't old school football on a Sunday morning. You can get away with that stuff like now. Pepe, stupid. Xhaka, stupid. Why are you touching a man's neck for? You got no right to put your hand on a man's neck, like to say you've been doing something in the game. What kind of foolishness was he on with there, Granit Xhaka? I have no idea what he was even thinking about. It was horrendous. He got up to go like I generally don't even know what he done in the game, and I was gonna come on to performance in general anyway, and then he went and done that and got himself sent off. Like he's suspended for the next three. which I think is Southampton, Everton, and then the League Cup game. I think we got Man City in the League Cup, so I think he'll be out of that. But boy, man, I mean, what he done there was disgraceful. It was actually disgraceful. I don't think I don't. Well, I said I don't think he can come back from this, but he came back from telling us to f off. So, if he can come back from that, he can come back from anything. So chances are we'll see him playing again for Arsenal soon. But yeah, from him it was absolutely dreadful performance. Um, and yeah, Arteta's got a lot to answer for this game. Um, in terms of the lineup, I thought I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he went with the experienced lads, especially but only because he rested them all in midweek. So I thought he would bring back the fresh squad. But now, surely now, if he's still in the job come Wednesday against Southampton, he goes with a like he changes the team back to more of the Europa League team that we've seen in midweek, because at least they're playing with a bit of confidence. This first team here, and I'm going from goalkeeper right to the front. Arguably, Gabriel could keep his place. But what does Aubameyang? I mean, he's been good today, but not good enough. What does Aubameyang do to keep his place for Southampton game? What does Lacazette do to keep his place for the Southampton game? Willian, um, El Neni was okay. You know, disastrous, 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 disastrous. Erhan Aksu says, "I beg, don't sack Arteta from a Spurs fan. Loving it. Guess you lot top of the league, flying high. Um, at the top as a Spurs fan, I'm sure you guys are delighted with our downfall. Listen, man, you must know how it feels. You lot, a Spurs fan, must know how it feels, because when we were winning league titles and you were sitting down in the bottom half of the table, looking up, saying, "Oh, no, it's not nice looking at us at the top of the league." You must know how it feels. So, from experience, I mean, yeah, when you had your deadbeat managers not winning you anything, we wanted them man to stay as well. So, shoes on the other foot right now. Um, yeah. So we'll get into Arteta then. Let's get into Arteta. Let's keep your discussions. Obviously, all the anti, all the fans of other clubs are obviously saying to keep him, keep him, keep him. But the reality is, for me, I'm trying to work out whether I care enough to care whether enough he stays. Like, he was never my first choice to come in, but I've backed him ever since he's been in. I, Here's my opinion on what I think will happen. I don't think they'll sack him straight away. I think he'll get a little bit. I think he'll get a little bit more time. Um, I think he will. I think they will leave him to just try and get out of this rut. But I don't think they'll wait all year, because, as I said, if we're in a relegation battle all season, I think at some point he's got to go. Talk sports. Wait, read my comment. What comment? Wait, what? Um, what's your point with that, Adam Talk Sports? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Give me your opinion on it. I don't know if I saw your actual comment. Did you comment about Arteta? Let me know. Let me know what you think. And I'll get to it. Listen, yeah, in terms of Arteta, I don't think they'll sack him now. I don't think they will. I don't think the way they were talking during the week, not necessarily out and publicly, but from the noises in and around the journalists, was that there's a long term vision there of Arteta, and it's going to take a long while to go through um, the process. And I feel like they're going to give him time to get out of this rut, as I said. But when you start losing to teams like Burnley, it's like how far can you go? He obviously hasn't got enough in him to get us the results from now. Um, so yeah, it's going to be up. It's obviously it's up to them. It's up to what they think. But it may not be long. If we keep losing week in, week out, it's not going to be long until he goes. And for me, that's unfortunate, because I've seen so much things in him in the past 6 months. If I'm not just looking short term, and I'm looking, longer term, how much he had changed with Arsenal and the mentality from last year. Because it's not like right now we're getting embarrassed and we're collapsing like we did under Emery on the winger. It's just we're not playing. We're just not playing good. We're not playing with any confidence. So it's a different type of mentality that we got right now, where it's not like a mentality to just collapse, but it's a mentality to just not go and destroy teams with the force that we have, with the players that we have. We shouldn't be losing get these kind of games. Um, Red Devil Studios Arteta in, of course. Um, Ian Sasa, do you think Arteta is able to fight himself out of the relegation battle? I think he will be. I think he will be here for, as I said, I think he'll be here for a little while. I think he will fight Arsenal out of a battle down the bottom, obviously with 15th. What are we 5 points off the bottom three? Um, I think he will be there to fight himself out. And my personal opinion, he keeps them up. He keeps them up. I think he keeps them up. I think he's got enough in the locker to keep them up. Um, it's hard, man, because you look at how we were at the end of last season to how we are now. It's like complete different teams, and the personnel hasn't changed that much. Do you know what I mean? Like if you think about the team that won the FA Cup, not far from the team we saw at today. Willian instead of Pepe. Um, you know, Gabriel, arguably a better centre back than David Luiz has come in there. Um, yeah, so it's not we're not talking massively different. El Neni's coming for Ceballos, but the way it's just the way that they're playing. It's not good, and you wonder whether the shift from the three at the back to the four at the back um hasn't gone to plan how he wanted it to. And I know I'm not saying Arsenal were any much better three at the back, but they were better than this. Like they were better than this at the end of last season, playing three at the back. And but I don't think it's as easy as just changing the formation again. Because he's tried 4-3-3, he's tried 3-4-3, and he's tried the 4-2-3-1. There's more in it. There's more in it. There's more in it than that. There's a lack of confidence in the whole squad. In Aubameyang, our top goal scorer, has got no confidence. When your top goal scorer has got no confidence, then where are you going? Do you know what I mean? Where are you going with the team? And it's like I wish I could just be angry and just be annoyed at Arteta, but I'm just tired right now. I'm just tired of just losing every week. I'm tired of watching the TV and we lost again. And I'm bored of the football. Like I'm never really bored of Arsenal. Usually I can watch Arsenal and be entertained. Whereas right now I'm not even being entertained. Like they're not giving me anything. None of the boys out there are giving me anything to smile about or be happy about, to laugh about, to enjoy. Uh, it's just it's just dreadful. It's just dreadful. Um, yeah, if I was at the top of the board, unless the replacement was specifically there, I don't think I would sack him as yet because there's a reason why you brought him in, and it wasn't for 5 games to see how it goes. It was obviously a long term plan. They made him the manager at the start of the year. I mean, he's not a head coach anymore. He's a manager now. He's a manager. You made him start the year. So I feel like when you give that man that sort of accolade, or status in the club, you have to give him time. Um, we're talking about the Cronkies. We're talking about the Cronkies. The guys that have been in charge for how long? Are they going to give Arteta time? I mean, they don't care about time because they've been there for how long? So they've been sitting in their position at the top of the Arsenal board, trying to give all these managers an opportunity and not necessarily spending what they need to spend. There's going to be a lack of time for them. So I don't think they're really that bothered either. As long as Arsenal are making money, then I don't think they'll be rushing to do anything. But as I said, it's a long term project. It's a long term project with Arteta. That's what they've always said. And so maybe if we're still in this position in a year's time and nothing's changing, then there's an argument to say there needs to be change. But the problem is we are looking for immediate change right now. We're looking for immediate change right now. Um, Again, all this talk about Mesut Ozil, I don't think he's the answer to the problem. It's not Ozil we need. It's a man like a younger Ozil, like a newer, fresher face who's going to be creating chances for us and being able to create. But even then, today, I don't think we lacked creativity today. It was a clinicalness we didn't have today. Lacazette's got to be scoring that opportunity in the first half. You must score that. You score again. You score that. You'll be all right. It was poor defensively to let Burnley have that one chance, but They didn't score it, and we should have punished them, and we didn't. Bring in Big Sam. Listen, Big Sam, if you're about, come true, innit? If you're about, come true, innit? Let's try and keep this ship afloat for a year, man. How much you want, Big Sam, to keep us in the league? You might have to do them digging kind of results because right now we ain't digging in. I think that's the big thing. We're not digging in to get results. We're just sitting around, um, hoping that the win comes to us instead of attacking the teams and beating them and battering them. I said we've only played well, in my opinion, against Fulham this season. We beat Sheffield United, but first half we were poor. We beat West Ham, but I don't think we were great. I can't remember who the other win was. Oh yeah, Oh no, Man United we played good. I think Man United we played good, and Fulham we were brilliant. In the Man United game, we didn't create loads of chances, but we were the better team. And there's not often we were the better team. I'd probably argue today we probably were the better team. We got undone from a set piece, and Aubameyang heads it in ironically into the back of the net. Um, Westwood's got them dangerous deliveries, and we should be aware. We've been actually quite good from set pieces already this season. So I think it was one of them unfortunate things. He sort of jumps, gets a touch on it, and it flies in at the back post. Um, I don't necessarily blame him because he just tries to make contact on it, and it's unfortunate it goes in. So um, yeah, that's what it is. The Xhaka sending off for me loses us the game because I'm not sure we would have lost the game without Xhaka, but I'm not sure we would have won it. Not sure we would have won it, but I feel like Xhaka sending off definitely loses us the game, and then El Neni almost gives away a penalty and gets him off himself because by pushing a man in the face. It's like one thing after another. If it's not Xhaka, it's El Neni. And then Aubameyang scores an own goal a minute later. So it's like I'm tired, man. I'm really, really tired. I'm not enjoying this season right now at all. Um, it's a straight Europa League title. We're still in Europa League. We're still in Europe. We ain't lost the game in Europe, this year. So if we can get the confidence back by February, then we might have to be a relegated team in the Champions League next year if we can win the Europa League. Because we're only playing well in that competition. But yeah, for me right now, needs to start giving opportunities to other players now. Maitland-Niles has been playing well in Europa League. He needs to just give him a run out. Um, Another poor game from Bellerin, suspended against Southampton for 5 yellow cards. Just all round poor, all round poor. Baller's Life says, "LOL, Arsenal are such a great team." Hashtag Arteta Ball FC. Yeah, I mean, even the Arteta ball, the passing out from the back weren't steady today. I mean, we didn't necessarily get caught dangerously enough, but when you play out from the back, you got to have a level of confidence about you. And when a team doesn't have confidence, you start to mess about. And I think that's what we did. As the game started to wear on, you still try and play out from the back, and you just lose confidence. And you're not playing well. Um, Arteta as manager, for me, needs to get in. If he's gonna stay in as a manager, he's got to get into the players' head. He's got to be getting mad at them. He's got to be getting mad at them. You can't just be letting these results slide and be like, you know what, lads, you played well. And obviously, I've not seen his post match interview yet, but I heard he was saying is that the Xhaka's one is worse than Pepe because of where we are and we haven't won a game for so long. And yeah, it probably is. He's probably right in that aspect. It was, I mean, Pepe's red card, okay, stupid. He reacted, but Xhaka, when we're already in a rut, to do that, you're almost asking the boys to pull out something out of nothing. And yeah, I think the reality is I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Arteta knows what to do in this situation. Um, and the reality is, I wish I could be here telling you this what we could do to make this right, to make this better. But unfortunately, guys, I've got no answers for you. I have no idea how Arteta gets us out of the rut. I have no idea how we get ourselves out of the rut. If Arteta goes, who comes in? Is it an Allegri? Is it a Pochettino? Do they even want to come, or do we just say, you know what, Big Sam it is. Big Sam comes in. Guys, I want to go show you my table because those of you that have been riding with me all season through this struggle will know that I do the Ramsey versus Arsenal predictions, and this is where we're at the moment. I've predicted Arsenal to have 22 points so far this season, and they are letting me down because they've got 13. They've got so let me just have a quick look at the league table where that puts us. And this is obviously a game to game basis. So I thought we would beat Burnley. I'm being realistic in my predictions. I thought we'd beat Burnley, but we're obviously not even good enough to beat Burnley. So um, God knows what I'm going to predict for the Southampton game. So I'm just having a look at the table. 22 points will put us level with Chelsea of a goal difference of 13. So we'd be in sixth place, above West Ham, Everton, Man United, and Man City. Had we got the results I thought we should have by now. Whereas right now, we got 13 points and we're in 15th place. We're below Leeds. We're hanging above Brighton and Burnley, and we're struggling. We're struggling a lot. I'm I'm not even hopeful we'll get out of this because I have no hope. Right now, I've got no hope for this team. I have no idea where we're going with it. I have no answers for you guys. I wish I did. Wish I had any optimism we're going to get out of this, but I don't. I'm going to just keep predicting what I think. Game to game, we're going to go get results and just see how bad we are. Because at the moment, for me, we're 9 points worse off than we should be. We should still be in and around the top six, top four. And that's including the prediction that we were going to lose to Spurs last week because I saw that coming a mile off. But today, I didn't expect us to not win this game, but to lose is a mad thing for me. And I just want to go into players that were playing today. So this is the lineup for today's game. I'm looking at that man for man, and tell me what you lot think. I'm looking at that man for man, and I'm saying, who keeps their place? Who keeps their place for Southampton? Leno, because he ain't got no competition. Gabriel, because he's playing well. Just Holding deserve to start? Not really. It might be Pablo Mari comes in. He's been doing all right in Europa League. He might come in. Bellerin, suspended anyway. So for me, at least Cedric goes in there. I thought Tierney done quite well. But it may be best for Tierney to go to a back three. It may just be best just for us to just stop the rut. Obviously, Xhaka's not going to play. El Neni didn't do himself any favors today. He wasn't bad, but he weren't great. So I wouldn't even start him midweek. Lacazette, I wouldn't even start him. I think it's time to give Eddie Nketiah or Balogun a chance up there now. I'm tired of Lacazette. Missing that chance today was poor. So poor. Well, Saka, I think again he done quite well, but he's only one trying in a team that's not performing. And Aubameyang lacking confidence, can't find a net at all. Couple of half chances, but nothing to sniff at all. And I think this is an interesting one from Baller's Life. So was Willian worth it? I mean, listen, right now, no, of course not. Right now, of course not. But who is worth it? Who's worth it? Like, who's putting in performance to say he's worth it? Gabriel, yeah. Partey, yeah, he's had a good couple of games. Willian's disappointed me because I thought I'd see better from him. And I'm not on this scapegoat thing and saying, "Oh, it's all his fault. It's all his fault," because he's of all the players, I still think he's one of the better ones out of all of them. Like, we should need to be getting onto a man like Xhaka way before Willian. We need to be getting onto Bellerin way before Willian. We need to be getting onto Holding way before Willian. Lacazette way before Willian. So, like, we can have a go at Willian and say, yeah, he's not been great. But against Fulham, he was brilliant. Against Man United, I thought he was decent. Against Spurs, I think he done what he had to do. Um, Against Wolves, he got an assist for the Gabriel goal when no one else stepped up to do anything. Today, he put in a couple of decent balls, and someone in a more confident clinical side finishes them off. So I'm not trying to dig out Willian for no reason. Like I don't see the point in that. I don't think he starts next week, especially with Pepe coming back. And I've liked the way Pepe reacted in the Europa League, so I do look forward to him coming back into the Premier League and seeing if he performs. But for me, you're looking at 5 to 8 of them, man, that could easily get dropped next week, and I would not be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised to see any of them dropped. So I guess what you lot want straight answers. You want honest answers. Um, does Arteta get the sack? Am I Arteta in or am I Arteta out? I am Arteta. Win the next bloody game. I beg you, win it. That's what I am. I'm winning the game because me shouting out Arteta out, Arteta in, Arteta out, is not going to do anything. I don't think. I'm not screaming for him to go. I'm not screaming for him to stay. I'm just like, it is what it is. Do I think another man's going to get us at this rut? Well, the last three have struggled a lot. So where is it going to come from? If he stays till January, it could be a big January, and it could be the reason why he stays because he gets a budget in January. They're talking already about what they're going to do in January already, so he may just get that to start with. But you need to get the wins. The Everton and Chelsea game and Southampton game ain't going to be easy. Ain't going to be easy at all. When are we playing West Brom, man? When are we playing West Brom? Because we need one of them games ASAP. I know we just lost to Brighton, to Burnley, but I mean, I'm trying to find anything we can to get a win. Like, I'm desperate. I'm desperate, guys, out here. So we've got Southampton on Wednesday at the Emirates. We go to Everton. Then we play Man City in the EFL. We might as well go all out for the EFL Cup. We might as well. We got Chelsea, Brighton, West Brom on the 2nd of January. Oh gosh, we might not even get that long. We might not even reach the West Brom game. We'll see what happens there. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me throughout this hard time. Please keep me in your prayers, keep me in your thoughts because we're a team struggling so hard right now, and we need all the support we can get. Whether it's Arteta in or it's Arteta out, it's it's pro Arsenal, man. I want Arsenal. All I want is Arsenal to win some Premier League games. That's all I'm asking for. I don't think it's asking for much. I'm going to end with this one. Don't you think him failing to beat the first man every time is a problem, though? Willian, I don't think he fails to beat the first man every time. I think that's a bit harsh. Nelson, someone who fails to beat the first man every time. There are times when his delivery isn't great, but we're gonna just ignore the fact that he got he got the assist against Wolves when no one else could whip a ball in at all. He's got what 2, 3, or 4 assists already this season. He can beat the first man. Very good. I don't think that's something I hold against him. I would like to know how much he doesn't beat the first man. I think yeah, he's one of our better crossers. But I don't think crossing is necessarily the answer for us either. So we're getting all out for something in the system for a type of play that we don't even like. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Much appreciated. Please, give us a like. It will help us at Neeks Sports. And please give us a subscription if you're new around here. What we just over 3K subs. So come on, guys, let's help us to get to 5K subscribers. Please, subscribe to Neeks Sports. We appreciate you all, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all very soon.